glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining the call. May I know your name, Prabhuji?
Sukhakar Krishnadas from Chennai, Jayapataka Maharaj disciple. Anika
Okay,
Ramaya Mataji introduced me. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you for joining the call.
I'm very happy to see this fantastic program every day. I wait at 5 to 6. So nice. Wonderful.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for encouraging the Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Actually, I'm a year from Palakkad. You're from South India or you're from which part of India, Mataji?
Yeah, South India, Prabhuji, Hyderabad.
Everybody back on Nara. Namaskar, Andy.
Bhavnam,
Very
Prabhuji.
good. Thanks.
Nice to hear, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavad
Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavad Pranam. All goes to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Shama Gauri Devi Dasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Shama Gauri Mataji. Nice to see you. Dandavad Pranam. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Radha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharajas, and all glories to the assembled devotees. This is Tiffany in Pennsylvania. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Tiffany Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and even giving your association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Radha Mataji.
My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Bangalore.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, this is Mahima Gupta from Qatar. Please accept my humble obeisances. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Hema Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving your association. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Radha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from Texas. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Vintaganvarika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving your association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Radha Mataji. Am I audible, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Radha Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to the assembled devotees on the call. This is Anita from Sharjah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Amita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving your beautiful association every day. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Radhika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnavas. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev Ki Jai, Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Vrunda Gopika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving your association. Hare Krishna. Anybody else would like to introduce? Hare Krishna, welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are fortunate to have His Grace Pran Govind Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam 5th Canto 26th Chapter, text 13 to 15 onwards. First, I would like to hand over call to Shresham Prabhuji for brief introduction of Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Shresham Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining the call. Hand over call to you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. So here is a brief introduction about Prabhuji. His Grace Pran Govind Prabhuji was born in Komelia, Hampi Nagara in East Pakistan and later shifted to Tripura, India. It was in 1971 when Prabhuji saw Srila Prabhupada first time during a program. He decided to become a devotee. In 1977, he visited Mayapur for the first time and was initiated by Bhavananda Maharaj in 1979. From 81 to 86, Prabhuji was working in Mayapur as a guest house manager. In 1986, during the 500th anniversary of Lord Chaitanya, he served as the first general manager in Mayapur, managing the Gaur Purnima festival. From 80 to 89, Prabhuji served as a facilitator of prasadam and accommodations for GBC, sannyasis, devotees, and life members. He also served as a life membership director and fundraiser for Mayapur temple. In 89, His Holiness Bhakticharu Swami Maharaj and His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj kindly took him with them to travel across Europe. They then brought him to America, where His Holiness Badrinarayana Maharaja and Mukunda Goswami, who knew him from Mayapur, engaged him in cultivating congregational services in San Diego, California. Prabhuji took to Vanaprastha in 2012. For many years, he has been serving the devotees in Alachua temple. Every day, Prabhuji travels across various parts of America, preaching the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Back to you, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the introduction of Prabhuji. I couldn't see Prabhuji not yet joined. Yeah, we can be chanting Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna Radha Mataji. Hare Krishna Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada, all goes to Guru Maharaj. This is Kamudiki Dasi from Baltimore. Please accept my humble obeisances. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mother Kamadiki Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Radha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai, Priti Dasi from Charlotte. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Priti Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. I miss it today, Mataji, first your introduction.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I missed.
Hare Krishna, Pran Govind Prabhu, please. Senses out to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining the call and giving your valuable time and association to us this morning and enlightening on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. I would like to hand over call to you, Prabhuji. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha Conference Call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible, Mother?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, good. Let me see. So we would like to sing that. Let me see. How do I do it? Oh, you're going to. Oh, can you make it a little bigger? Possible?
Is this enough, Prabhuji, or shall I increase?
Yeah, that's good. I mean, if you can make it bigger, always good. But Okay. So before I begin, I would like to just pray to Srila Prabhupada and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. This is a Falashruti composed by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur on Bhaktivinoda Thakur's famous book Jaiva Dharma. I was so much moved by the explanation, very simple language he formatted what is real dharma, because today's subject is about dharma on the Prabhupada's purport. So I'm not a good singer, but by you all mercy, maybe we will make it into rhyming. So we please tolerate and allow everyone to sing. If you can participate, that will be great. Let's try. Prithivite jata katha dharma name chale Bhagavat kahe sab paripurna chale Chala dharma chari kara satadharme mati Chaturvargate ji dhara Nita prema gati Amita mimamsa bhrame Nijesara mudhi Nirvishesha brahma gene Nahe chitta suddhi Vichitrata hina hale Nirvishesha haya Kalasi matulla seha aprakrita naya Kandagene heya dharma ache sunischay Prakrita haile kabu aprakrita naya Jare daita gene heya chite upadeya Krishna bhakti chira dina upaya paye Jivaka bhujara nai harika bunai Hari sahajiva chinta Veda Vedamai Deha kabu jiva nae Dhara bhoganai Dasa bhoga jiva Krishna Prabhu bhoktahai Jiva nita dharma bhakti Tahe jaranai Shuddha jiva prema seva Fale paitai Rupanuga abhimane Pathe drirahai Jaiva dharma bimukhe Dharma hinakai Javad jivana je pare jaiva dharma Bhakti manase jane brita gena karma Krishnera amala seva labhise nara Seva sukhe magnara Sada Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Dev Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Jayam Vishnupad Paramhans Pariprajagacharya Stutara Sata Sri Srimad Srila Bhai Charana Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON BBT founder Acharya, His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramhans Pariprajagacharya Stutara Sata Sri Srimad Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai, Namacharya Srila Vedas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shyamakunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Vrindavan Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Mayapur Navadvip Dham Ki Jai. Bhakti Japa Sangha Group Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Bhakti Japa Sangha Group Organizer Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Samaveta Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Srimad Bhagavatam class Ki Jai. Nidai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila. Mother Radha, would you like to have different devotees just read the translation?
Yes, Prabhuji.
But I don't know if it's readable. Sorry. Is that visible, readable?
Yeah, Prabhuji, it's readable.
Yes.
Oh, great.
As declared by the Srimad Bhagavatam, all the topics celebrated as religion that flood the material universes are entirely spurious. What is the meaning of spurious?
Fake. Means fake.
Reject all false religion and cultivate the path of true eternal religion. Ignore even the 4 Vedic goals of Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha, and strive only towards developing Prema, eternal love of Lord Sri Krishna. Haribo.
Deluded by mundane intellect and false ego, one tries to determine the nature of the self by mental speculation. At best, the practice may lead one to impersonal Brahman realization. However, by such an endeavor, the consciousness can never be cleansed of material contamination.
Brahman is perceived as being bereft of energy or variegatedness, then it is impersonal. Impersonal attribute, less limited by time and space, and certainly not transcendental.
More knowledge of the impersonal feature of the absolute truth is indeed partial realization.
There is more, no?
There should be.
Yeah.
You have to roll it up, Mataji.
You have access.
Prabhuji, only that much is there in that picture.
Oh, really? Sorry, did I send it wrong? Let me see. Is that visible? Oh,
Yes, Prabhuji.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know how to do there either. Ah,
Prabhuji, now it is.
You have to roll up again.
no.
Okay, therefore, yeah.
I'm just going to read it. Is that okay?
That's fine.
On my, I'm sorry, I'm not good person with the technology, not good person with many things, but I have a good fortune that you all allow me to serve. So what was left, let me see in my note here. How far we read? If Brahman is perceived, did you read that? Deluded by mundane intelligence? I thought we did that. I heard that somebody read.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I'll just, yeah. If Brahman is perceived as being bereft of energy or variegatedness, then it is impersonal, attributeless, limited by time and space, and certainly not transcendental. More knowledge of the impersonal feature of the absolute truth is indeed partial realization, thus mundane and never transcendental. In the material realm, the knowledge solely concerned with mundane duality is fit to be rejected, whereas in the spiritual realm, eternal duality of Krishna and his servitor is relishable, because devotional service to Sri Krishna is forever, both the means and the end. Now, I hope in the beginning, if you remember, reciting Bhagavatam means this is the things you're going to, I hope you count every day in the class. After the class, you count. Did I get this? Bhaktivinoda Thakur said these are the things. Actually, it is composed by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur on Bhaktivinoda Thakur's book regarding Bhagavatam. So the next one, it says, neither the living entity nor the spiritual Lord Sri Hari are mundane entities. They are inconceivably and simultaneously one with and different from each other. The real identity of the jiva is not the material body, and the material world is not his object of enjoyment and exploitation. The real identity of the jiva is to be an eternal servant and object of enjoyment of Sri Krishna, who is the Lord and enjoyer of jiva. The real nature of the jiva is pure devotion to Krishna, free from all mundane contamination. By practicing pure devotion, the consciousness of the jiva is purified. That's exactly what we are doing now. And as the fruit of such service, the jiva attains prema. The faithful soul will be rewarded with pure devotional service to Sri Krishna, thus remaining eternally absorbed in satisfying Krishna and relishing the unlimited bliss of his seva. Thank you. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki jai. Okay, so we are going to recite today 5th canto, 26th chapter, very attractive titles. Prabhupada translate as a description of the hellish planets. And today we are covering 13, 14, and 15, I believe. Am I right, Mother? 3. 13, 14.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. And none of them are, I'm not qualified to recite the verses in a melodious voice because I have a crow or I don't know, frog voice. And these are prose, and I really don't know how to rhyme it or make it attractive. So bear with me. And if anybody ever figure it out how to make this very attractive way of reciting, please let me know. So we are going to start with 13. And in order to see, even the description about hellish, but we're supposed to see Krishna and his mercy. Now, if I cannot see because my consciousness is not pure, so to purify my consciousness, we invoke the mercy of Lord Vasudev. So please fold your hands and just repeat together 3 times. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritam Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirai Nasta Prayesu Abhadresu Nitam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Mukhaṁ karati vācālam pangurlanga yate girim Jat kripa tamaham bande Sri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Isharam. So text 13 talking about 28 place where the conscious being will change their consciousness. And in English, they call hell. In I mean, everybody knows about it in all over the world. But we don't see that way. We see where the consciousness change according to the desire of the soul, so that the soul can get a new body and dissolve the old body. It's not a fault of Krishna. Krishna just providing the facility. So we'll discuss. And today, text 13 is number 5 of the hellish planet, because 80,000 mile hell. I mean, I could not put it in my head, like how big is 80,000 mile? I really don't know. I know 10,000 mile or 14,000 mile max, you know, from here to fly to Australia or India. Okay, we have some idea, but 80,000, is it a factory of hellish? Do not ask me any question because I could not figure it out myself. But I was there. I mean, I don't remember everything, but I'm sure I went to hell many, many times. So today, the 13 is talking about Kumbhi Paka. The verse goes like this. Jastu iva ihava ugra pashun pakshinava pranata uparandhayati tam aprakaranam purushadhe api vigarahitam amutra jamunacharaha kumbhipake taptataile uparandhayanti. Translation: for the maintenance of their bodies and the satisfaction of their tongue, cruel person cook poor animals and birds alive. Such persons are condemned even by man-eaters. In their next lives, they are carried by the Jamadutas to the hell known as Kumbhipaka, where they are cooked in boiling oil. Okay. Text 14. Jastu iha brahma druk sakala sutra samanjake. Oh, sorry. This is a number 6 out of 28, the place called hell or Naraka. And the name title is Kala Sutram. Jastu iha brahma druk sakala sutra sanjakai narake ayuta jujana. Ayuta jujana. 80,000 miles. This is also 80,000 miles. 80,000 miles. Ayuta jujana parimandale tamaramaye taptakale upari adhastad agni arvaikam ati tappamane avinnaveshitaha skutam pipasabhayam cha daya manantar vahi sarira aste sete ise chestate batistati paridhavati cha javanti pashuramani tavat varsha sahasrani. Translation. The killer of a Brahmana is put into the hell known as Kala Sutra, which has a circumference of 80,000 miles and which is made entirely of copper. Heated from below by fire, from above by the scorching sun, the copper surface of this planet is extremely hot. Thus, the murderer of a Brahmana suffers from being burned both internally and externally. Internally, he is burning with hunger and thirst. Externally, he is burning from the scorching heat of the sun and the fire beneath the copper surface. Therefore, he sometimes lies down, sometimes sits, sometimes stands up, and sometimes runs here, there. He must suffer in this way for as many thousands of years as there are hairs on the body of an animal. Now, in Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, also Sanatana Goswami Pad writes, like when these things happening is not like a heart and he doesn't know why so much suffering being created for him to experience. No, he is aware in a sense, just like a digital flash, like it's passing by in front of you. All this horrible way torturing Brahmana or killing Brahmana that he did. And those Brahmanas' face are like almost like a, not exactly movie, but something like this, like a flash right in front of him. And he remembers everybody he killed, those Brahmanas. And they just, not these Brahmanas are not present there, but the impression are stored by Jamaraj through this eyelid. You see, there is a 2 camera, in case if you don't know. There is a 2 camera, and this camera, every time you blink, did anybody blink for last 10 minutes? Sure, you blinking every few seconds. Every time you blink, it's stored. That's why the blinking is created. You don't need to be blinking, because in heaven, they don't blink because they don't create the scene. Here we have a blinking because because the camera has to, the computer in Chitragupta's place has to register what impression they got. So they have, of course, don't worry, they have unlimited chips to store each soul's, I don't know how many millions birth record. So it's very nice. Okay, and the next one, text 15. This is number 7 of 28. And it's entitled as Ashi Patravanam. Ashi Patravan. It's not so familiar. Raurava, you hear many other Ashi Patravan, because it's very interesting. Let's see if we can find. Text 15. Jastu iha vai nija veda pathad anapadai apagata pakhandam chopagata tamashi patravanam pravesha kashaya praharanti tatra shavaitas tato dhavamana Ubhayato dharais tala banarshi patrais chiddamana sarvajna hahato smiti paramaya vedanaya murchita pade pade nipatati sadharma ha pakhanda anugatam phalam bhungte. This one I would like to, oh, you don't have a word to word. It's okay. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Oh, you have it. Yeah, I would like to read that because there are few hidden words are there. Synonyms. Would somebody like to read? I hear and see it better. If somebody would like to read, will be good. I would appreciate that.
May I speak, Prabhuji?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Yaha, anyone who, to, but, iha, in this life. Why, indeed, nija veda pathat, from his own pathat, from his own path recommended by the Vedas. Anapadi, even without an emergency. Apagataha, deviated. Pakhandam, a concocted atheistic system. Cha, and upagataha, gone to. Tam, him. Asipatravanam, the hell known as Asipatravan. Pravesha, making enter. Kashaya, with a weep. Praharanti, they beat. Tatra, there. Ha, certainly. Asau, that. Itaha, tataha, here and there. Davamanaha, running. Ubhayataha, on both sides. Darehi, by the eads. Talavana asipatrehi, by the sword-like leaves of palm trees. Chindyamana, being cut. Sarva angaha, whose entire body. Ha, alas. Hataha, killed. Asmi, I am. Iti, thus. Paramaya, with severe. Vedanaya, pain. Murchitaha, fainted. Pade pade, at every step. Nipatati, falls down. Swadharmaha, the killer of his own principles of religion. Pakhanda anugatam phalam, the result of accepting an atheistic path. Bhungte, he suffers. Haribo.
Thank you. Translation, anyone would volunteer? Another?
I can, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
If a person deviates from the path of the Vedas in the absence of an emergency, The servants of Yamaraja put him to hell called Ashipatravana, where they beat him with the whips. When he runs hither and thither, fleeing from the extreme pain on all sides, he runs into palm trees with leaves like sharpened swords. Thus injured all over his body and fainting at every step, he cries out, "Oh, what shall I do now? How shall I be saved?" This is how one suffers who deviates from the accepted religious principles. Hari Bol.
Thank you. And the purport, another devotee, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Shall I read?
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. There is actually only one religious principle, Dharmam tu Shakshat Bhagavat Pranitam. The only religious principle is to follow the orders of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Unfortunately, especially in this age of Kali, everyone is an atheist. People do not even believe in God, what to speak of following his words. The words Nijaveda Pata can also mean one's own set of religious principles. Formerly, there was only one Veda Pata or set of religious principles. Now, there are many. It doesn't matter which set of religious principles one follows. The only injunction is that he must follow them strictly. An atheist or Nastika is one who does not believe in the Vedas. However, if one takes up a different system of religion according to this verse, he must follow the religious principles he has accepted. Whether one is a Hindu or a Mohammedan or a Christian, he should follow his own religious principles. However, if one concocts his own religious path within his mind, or if one follows no religious principles at all, he is punished in the hell known as Asipatravana. In other words, a human being must follow some religious principles. If he does not follow any religious principles, he is no better than an animal. As Kali Yuga advances, people are becoming godless and taking up so-called secularism. They do not know the punishment awaiting them in Asipatravana as described in this verse. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mata. So let us join together to invoke the mercy of Guru Gauranga. Om Ajnanati Mirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namo Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Sayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Shapadantikam Bandeham Sri Guru Sri Jutapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakha Nitangscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschata Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhesya Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacham Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Binda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear Prabhus and mothers. I'm very grateful to be here with all of you. It is my good fortune that you all given me chance to serve you all. So today's subject matter is very interesting, and I made few slides I will share with you. First point, Srila Sukdev Goswami narrating on text 13, those who kill different animals and birds, then cook them, are put by the agent of Jamaraj into the hell known as Kumbhipaka, where they are boiled in oil. Now I'm sure you can think many examples. A good example immediately when I read yesterday, I was thinking of Dhritarashtra, King Dhritarashtra. When he asked the question, why not even one son out of 100 stayed alive? Why am I going through such a nightmare? As they have revealed. Of course, Dhritarashtra has a mentality, I hope we can learn from it, that we should never develop. On our own should not be. But anyway, he was trying on his own, he tried. He even asked Vyasdev to show him 100 lives, what he did. He could not trace it. He could have asked first time, Vyasdev, can you please tell me, Gurudev? He didn't ask. That mentality also was there with me. It's better to imbibe with the view and the idea of realized soul instead of on our own speculation. Anyway, finally Vyasdev shown him what he did on 101 life. So he did. He was also at that time 101 life before, he was also king. Not every life he was king, but that life he was king. And just to give a little glimpse of that pastime, that where he was actually ruling, and then he once he went for hunting, how he was sitting with the ministers, and it was a little chilly weather, so they made a bonfire for him and everybody, and of course there's thousands of soldiers also there, and they're having wonderful evening time. And the King Dhritarashtra felt, I should have a barbecue. So just by thinking, as he's speaking with the minister, there is a male and female pigeon, the parents of 100 eggs about to hatch. And the parents thought, well, we have our children. This king was nice because I don't see too many hunters in the forest that killing the birds. So obviously he's good for, he wants to eat some meat. Where he is going to get meat now? And he wants something like birds. We should give our life. So they came on their own and jumped into the bonfire right in front of the king. Wow, surprise that the birds came as a food. So Dhritarashtra, while he was eating, he developed a strong greed. That was the dangerous thing. He said, I want to eat more. Now kill some birds. And now this parents' bird, they offer themselves, so they get a higher destiny. There is no sin, but he ordered to find more birds, and the soldier, they started climbing here, there, many trees, and they found this newly born baby, 100 of them, little baby chicks. And they brought in front, maybe we should let them live. They haven't seen the life yet. Dhritarashtra was very angry. No, they are for my consumption, it's for my enjoyment. So they put all those 100 birds. And as a result, all 100 children suffering he had to assume. Even though those parents died, but their soul were waiting to see their next birth. Because they sacrifice, it's a rare case, not every animal come up with on their own. Because they sacrificed their life, they were given a chance to see the destiny they're going to get. But in the meantime, they saw this, their own object of affection, that the 100 children, so they were so depressed. So they also gave that depression feeling to Dhritarashtra to experience this. Now the question Dhritarashtra asked, if that is the case, why I had to wait for 100 lives? He said, to have 100 children is not like you can make your wife pregnant and have 100 children. No, it's required a lot of pious credit. You didn't have enough. You got now enough pious credit that you have 100 children. But your karmic way, you also have to go through this depression experience. So there are many pastimes like this, that it is just for our own benefit Krishna created. Now, before I go further, I will mention everybody, please remember these two reasons hell is created. What I find from Prabhupada's purport on a 3rd canto 20 chapter, you can read later, but I'll just paraphrase it very quick. First reason is when the rebellious soul, or before that I'll say, does Krishna suffer seeing us dead? Yes and no. Because he knows the soul never suffers, soul never dies. There is no death for soul. There is no really suffering for the soul either. But our happiness is or misery is experienced by the location of our consciousness. So we create our own suffering. And from that angle, yes, Krishna also feels sad that we misuse our free will and causing so much suffering. So what is the cause? Is our own desire to explore. And most of the time, I'm not attacking anyone personally. Most of the time, we desire things, we don't even see the ultimate end of the desire when it will fructify, what will happen. If we are very farsighted and very careful, maybe we'll literally destroy the desire before even it turns into action. So this is very important. So that's the one reason. And Prabhupada gave many examples of that a minister, now he didn't say any name, but he said, there's a minister, he was so lusty man that every woman he would see, whether it's a daughter age or mother age or wife age, he wanted to have a enjoyment with her. He was such a bad. Prabhupada says that when he has such a strong desire, Krishna fulfills. But for him to learn that this is wrong. So what we'll do, in a short, I'll tell you. Then Prabhupada repeated the same story in a morning walk also. Then next life, He remembers, I was a minister, I used to eat laddu, gulab jamun, rasgulla. Prabhupada didn't say that, I'm just adding to that. Obviously, he has Prabhupada said he has a memory of human experience. So, but it has to become a body where he can enjoy any female companion. Now, can somebody help me? Which life, which animal or which body doesn't have a discriminating power of a mother, daughter, or a wife? There is no discriminating power.
Pig.
Hog. Very good. Pig. Yes. That's why you'll see many religions, they don't even eat pig. Even Muslim religion. I mean, there is a reason for it. It's a very low consciousness, Baladev Devashan Thakur says. So how a minister or a human who was prestigious, honorable person, you can say, or dignitary or someone, to become a pig? How? You think it's easy? No. It's very difficult. Very difficult. Why it is difficult? Because he has to accept, he did not know the consequences of that transformation. His consciousness from human to become a pig is a big challenge. And just to facilitate, there is a facility called hell. So this is a one reason. I hope everybody understood. It's Krishna's mercy, because the soul has to experience that his desire of exploitation to any woman, instead of respecting them, exploiting, it's a condemn. But he has to come on his own. Punishment itself is not enough. He has to accept. This is a very fine line. I hope I could express this. Fine line that your acceptance is where the transformation takes place. Not that just by hearing is not enough. Acceptance. So that soul will be put into a place. A body called Jantrana Deha cover the subtle body. Because physical body drops, minister body stays in India, wherever he is from. Prabhupada didn't say name or the person. And his subtle body going to assume another body where the training will be there. How to go down, glide down to pig or hog consciousness. So he will be feeling extremely hunger. That body creates the hunger such an extreme that as a human, we don't experience that. And he will be like screaming, crying, but there is no food. The four wall is locked and there's a little window, but there is no way to talk or see anybody. But you can talk, you can scream. So he goes on and on and on. He doesn't die with that body. Then after hard struggle for some food, they throw a piece of stool through that window. Now he still have a memory of human consciousness. Oh, I don't want it. Horrible. It's not intelligible for a human to consume stool. So after hard struggle, a day or two, then he cannot sustain. Then he says, maybe I should just close my nose and eye and not see it, just put inside, so at least some relief. He will touch it, but then it comes near the nose. Oh, horrible smell. He still have a memory. See, consciousness, Krishna will not change our consciousness. It is us individually changing our consciousness. Yes, process is there. Bhagavatam is depicting this. And we are learning the art, how to transform our consciousness. So at one point, he will put inside his lips, like little drop or little fillet, or I don't know how little spoon or something. And he will say, Prabhupada said, he will say, it's not bad, I feel better already. Now he started adapting eating stool. And then he will finish the plate. Then they'll throw maybe more stool and he will finish. So that's it. From that hell plane, he's born in Alachua as a piglet. Haribol, birthday of piglet in a farm. I'm sorry, I'm a little dramatic. But so then, but nobody has any idea that he was a big minister. He had an opportunity to become advanced sadhu and get out of the material world, but he wasted his human life. It's so sad. Now, Prabhupada on the 15, the main, big purple Prabhupada gave, he talks about the importance. See how he began. He said there is actually only one religious principle. I love that. This is so fine line because there is no two religious principle. And then he quote the reference, Dharma tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. So I'm going to show you a little slide, very quick, and we'll go over with it. No, this one. Yeah, okay. Can somebody help me? Is that visible?
Yes.
Okay. Mother Radha, can you help me? Please have different devotee read this sloka and the translation. One person each slide.
Yes, Prabhuji. Can somebody read the sloka? I'm not it good read the slokas.
Do you want me to read, Prabhuji?
Atman maya archita shesha kriyarthatma nirantara maya pita mana pumso maya sannyasa karmana na pashyami param bhutam akritu akartu samadarshana.
Thank you, Mother Kamarti Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Translation?
Therefore, I didn't find a greater person than who has no interest outside of mine and who therefore engages and dedicates all his activities and all his life, everything onto me without cessation. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you guess who is speaking this? I wish I could give you a presence if anybody can say.
Krishna.
Kapiladev.
Kapiladev, very good. Very good. Kapiladev is speaking to his mother. So what was this sloka about? This one. Now I want all of you, please pay attention where you are. This is a ladder. There's a 20. I just made it from Prabhupada's purport in the translation. And I also had a Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comment. So I want somebody read and see where your consciousness are. And then we are going to talk about where we are. Somebody please go forward.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
So it's from Bhagavatam 3:29, 28 to 33. Lord Kapila presents a fascinating sequence of gradation of living beings according to various levels of consciousness. Number 1 is living entities are superior to inanimate objects. Number 2, among them, living entities who display life symptoms are better. Number 3, animals with developed consciousness are better than them. Number 4, better still are those who have developed sense perception. Number 5, among them, those who have developed a sense of taste are better. Number 6, better than them are those who have developed the sense of smell. Number 7, better still are those who have developed the sense of hearing. Number 8, better than them are those who can distinguish between one form and another. Number 9, better than them are those who have developed upper and lower sets of teeth. Number 10, better still are those who have many legs. Number 11, better than them are the quadrupeds. Number 12, better still are the human beings. Number 13, among human beings, the society which is divided according to quality and work is best. Number 14, and in that society, the intelligent men who are designated as Brahmanas are the best. Number 15, among the Brahmanas, one who has studied the Vedas is the best. Number 16, and among them, one who knows the actual purport of Veda is the best. Haribol. Number 17, better than him is he who can dissipate all doubts. Number 18, better than him is one who strictly follows the Brahmanical principles. Hare Krishna. Number 19, better than
Radha,
him is
can you mute everyone? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Number 18, better than him is one who strictly follows the Brahmanical principles. Number 19, better than him is one who is liberated from all material contamination. Number 20, better than him is a pure devotee who executes devotional service without expectation of reward. Therefore, I do not find a greater person than he who has no interest outside of mine and who therefore engages and dedicates all his activities and all his life, everything unto me without cessation. Hare Bol, Hare Krishna.
Sounds like all of us, isn't ISKCON devotees? Very good. Someone please read this one.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, may I?
Yes.
Varna,
please.
Varna provides for one's material needs in the least uncomplicated and the most harmonious way according to one's psychophysical nature. Ashrama provides a time-wise progressions in one's spiritual commitment. Varnashrama provides a social structure for spiritual advancement. Hare Krishna.
Very good. Can I ask you a question? So what is psychophysical nature?
It's the swabhava of a human being with which we are born, Prabhuji.
Little more, Mata. Is this our original nature?
No. Actually, the swabhava means the original nature, Prabhuji. But when we descend from our original place to here, we'll be having the desire. As per the desire, we are given the psychophysical nature, Prabhuji, to my understanding.
Very good. Yes, good understanding. Is that Mother Annapurna? Sounded like.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Oh, good. Yes, that's good understanding. That we have eternal nature, and eternal nature in contact with the three modes has changed. So this is not an option. This is a compulsory to understand that why, whether we are born in India with the Varnashram system or we are born outcast, does not matter. Find your psychophysical nature and go with where it fits. Because in order to purify, you have to realize your Varnashram. Now you are born with Varna, you're not born with ashram. Here I put provides a time-wise progression in one spiritual commitment means you need a teacher. Without teacher, there is no ashram. I hope everybody heard that clear. Born, you are born with. Nothing you can do about it. You will be forced to experience. Whatever you are experiencing, you are forced to experience. Whether you gladly take it or you hate it, doesn't matter. You are born. You're going to see it. Ashram, if you want to now change it, you take shelter of a teacher or guru who actually will advise you what time to what time in your life, what you should do, how you progress. So that's why there is 4 ashrams up there. And these were the purpose of Varnashram. Now someone please read what Prabhupada says. In order to purify, you have to have a desire. Can someone help us this?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Mataji, go ahead, Mataji.
No, you please go ahead. You started.
Everything has an original cause or seed. For any idea, program, plan, or device, there is first of all the contemplation of the plan, and that is called the bija or seed.
Good. Means when we already decided, I hope we all decided to go back home, you want to serve, you have to contemplate. You have to contemplate, because without more we contemplate, we will progress. Why I'm chanting? What is the purpose of hearing Bhagavatam? What Acharya says? What's supposed to happen? Am I getting it? Am I getting the benefit? Prabhupada was very wonderfully explained about this. You may say, why? And why it is important? Because you have a 3 existence in the material world. You are not existing in one place. You are existing in 3 locations. One by your subtle gross physical body, one by your, actually you have a 5, but I'm just saying in a shorter way 3. Because you also have a air body, the ghost body. Ghost is also like just like you and me. We all also have a ghost body. Ghost body means vital body or air body. So we have a physical body made of 5 elements. Then we have a air body, and then subtle body, and then you also at the core of your existence, your soul. Everything that you are desiring coming from one of those places, not coming from the soul. Originally coming from the soul, but it's consciousness taking you out. Where you stop, you start contemplating and acting on it. So if you stop at the subtle body, you are a dreamer. You live by the future. Mostly. One day I'll be there. One day I will have this. One day, like that. You go on like this. And so you can literally detect. I hope I made it clear. The original desire, original emotion, original thought coming from the soul. But while it is taking route, what is passing through?
Physical body, water, fire, air.
It makes it big difference. So if you can detect and through your intelligence, if you can see where it will take you, you can stop it right there. This is called Bhakti Yoga. Just like the reporter asked to Prabhupada, there's so many beautiful girls joining. You don't have any attraction. I mean, this is the grossest you can think. Prabhupada gave such a wonderful answer. He said, yes, I have emotion. We have a feeling. I have a human body. Oh, but you don't act. Prabhupada said, because I have intelligence, I'm engaging in intelligence, blocks me. So thought will come, desire will come like a movie or flash, it's passing through. But you can stop through the intelligence. If you can only see where it will take you. If you cannot see, you may not want to stop. Just like a child is allured by the fire and thinking, I'm going to touch the fire. But the child cannot see. After touching fire, blister, the pain, I don't know, 1 week, one month, sometime it stays. If he could see that, he will never touch. It is not the fault of the fire that burned the child's finger. It is the child's desire to touch it. Where the ignorance coming, the child didn't know. He is born with it. And that's why mother or father, parents, they teach the child how to grow, not to touch fire. But Prabhupada gave that logic. Also, he said, but mother has some medicine in the cabinet, knowing that child may touch it. I did show this slide before, just to have a little glimpse where you are. And as I spoke, all the desire you have, all the feeling you have, whether for Krishna, Prabhus and mothers, my request is, the Bhagavatam is not only for explanation, it is also for experience. Experience is a function of the heart. Bhakti is a function of the heart. But intelligence, the head, has to guide you. So if you contemplate this, I do contemplate. I am the cause of this desire, even though I can see where it will take me. So I stop it. Because even if I say, well, Krishna will protect me. No, Krishna will not protect you if you desire to experience this. Krishna will not protect you. You have to voluntarily choose not to want. You can ask for Krishna's shelter. You can ask for Vaishnava's protection. Yes, you ask for it, they will protect you. But you have to be aware, look, I am desiring, Super Soul going to sanction it, and Maya Devi going to manifest it. But why Krishna didn't protect? Please do not have that accusation against Krishna. Process will be slow. Oh, I'm going backwards. So, because of the time, I'm going to speed up. Prabhupada gave the whole purport about Dharma. Maybe somebody can help me with the reading.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, may I?
Sure.
All the religions in the world may be broadly grouped into three categories according to Jaiva Dharma chapter 2. Dharma is divided into three categories: Nitya Dharma, Nainta Dharma, and Anitya Dharma. Nitya Dharma, it is eternal religion which is transcendental love for Krishna or Prema. It is the pure Vaishnava Dharma presented in Srimad Bhagavatam. Naimitika Dharma, it is the circumstantial and not the eternal Dharma. It believes in the eternality of both the Supreme Controller and the Jiva's soul, but prescribes mundane, transcendent methods such as karma, jnana, and yoga for attaining the grace of Ishvara. Anitya Dharma, it is the false religion contradictory of eternal religion. It denies the existence of Ishvara, the Supreme Controller, refuses to discuss him, and it does not accept that soul is eternal. The branches of Anitya Dharma. There are 5 branches of Anitya Dharma which must be abandoned according to Srimad Bhagavatam 7.15.12. One is irreligions, vidharma. Second one, religious principle for which one is unfit, paradharma. Pretentious religion, abhyasa. Analogical religions, uparadharma. Cheating religions, chala dharma.
Very good. So now I need help from some of you, whoever can, please help me. I want to chant, but I'm not aware of the philosophy or understanding. You have invited me and say, what do you want me to do? Well, you can participate in this chanting. We are doing kirtan. Let's have a kirtan. Okay, what should I say? Oh, there is the pamphlet or maybe there's a TV screen. You see this? It says Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Do that. What that will do, Govind? That will make your business more profitable. So please, somebody help me. What religion did I just heard from the Hare Krishna preacher? Sorry? Somebody say Nitya Dharma?
Nainitya Dharma. Because it,
Very good.
it comes
Correct.
in Dharma.
Good answer. Good answer. When Prabhupada said we need to do Nitya Dharma, this is our Dharma. This Dharma based on three principles. I am eternal, Krishna is eternal, our relationship is eternal. This triangle is the base on Nitya Dharma. What I just spoke, even though I'm chanting, but my intention is for my own benefit, it is actually Naimittik Dharma. Now, if I keep on doing it, eventually I'll come out of it because of the association. That's difference, but just to make it. So I mentioned many times, I do go sometime to see other religion, like one group in Gainesville, I went there. Everybody sit down. So we sat down and try to bend your knee and take your thumb on your right nose, then breathe through the left nose, inhale, hold on to it, see if you can hold it double the time, and then throw from the other side of the nose, exhale. You do it 10 times. Then the teacher said, how do you feel? One girl says, there was no devotee, I was the only one. I feel already peaceful. I said, that's it. You are a good candidate. If you keep on learning this and you go, then you'll become peaceful person. We need peace. Everybody say, yay. Can someone help me? What religion, what category religion is this?
It is Anitya Dharma. It is a religion from Prabhuji.
Mother Annapurna, you are right, but next time you cannot answer. I want to hear from others also. You are right. Thank you. That was very nice. Anitya Dharma. I'll give one more example. This is practical reality. What do you do? You're asking someone, would you like a book? No, I believe in my religion. Oh, okay. If you don't mind, if I ask you, what do you do? Every Sunday I go to my place to offer. But I see you eating hot dog. Well, we have to eat. That's true. What is the purpose you go to your worshipping sacred place for? I'm not giving any name because you'll figure it out where it is. So I'm trying to put a different name. Sacred place. Well, so I won't go to hell. Okay, that's good. And where do you want to go? To go to a place where I can enjoy further. Can someone tell me what religion, what category of religion is this? What category
Christian.
of Dharma?
Christian Dharma.
No, we don't identify by the name. We identify by this category. You will not see.
Namitika. Oh, sorry.
Is it Vidharma?
Very good. Yes. It is in the name of religion. Actually, it is not a religion at all. Because religion, when we talk about Hare Krishna philosophy, I hope you all remember. The first thing I say is Nitya Dharma means three principle based. Krishna is eternal. I am eternal. Our relationship is eternal. Anything that promotes this is what Bhagavatam does. That's perfect. Proportion to their focusing on these three principles, you can accept that much good. But Prabhus and mothers, do not discourage them, because at least they are practicing something better than not practicing anything. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says they are in the ladder, they will eventually come. Okay, because of the time, I'll just go quick. I don't know if I have time, but we were supposed to, because a lot of things we see in this world, even sometime within our group, Hare Krishna, sometimes we see the morally very difficult. Now, one example is like Facebook has a lot of garbage sometimes, about some devotees, about some sannyasis, about this, that, you may get a little surprise. But if I don't have a good morality, nobody's interested to hear. But we're talking about spirituality, not morality. That is true. Look at Krishna, what he did. He told Yudhishthira Maharaj to lie. Till today, some of the so-called thoughtful people think that was not good what Krishna did. He told Yudhishthira to lie. That is not dharma. They have no idea what dharma means, but they have a comment and they judge Krishna is wrong. So how we understand, I'm looking at the time. I'll try to do it in a few minutes. For me, when I think of the dharma, I look at this way, that there's a sharirik dharma, how this body will be maintained, body related to this world has to be maintained. So there is a dharma or duty for the body. There is a dharma also with the mind, and there is a dharma of the soul. So the soul dharma, fundamental identity, has to stay above your sharir dharma and mano dharma. Can someone reflect me what I just said, so I know that it is taken? Please.
I think you said something like the dharma of the soul has to take precedence over any duties for the mind or body or any material.
Very good, very good. Yes, mother, you picked it up. Very good. So whatever we do, we have to work, we have to, whatever we do with the body, whatever we think with the mind, that's fine, as long they are under our fundamental identity called soul dharma. Soul dharma based on the three principles. So you are hungry, body needs to be fed. Soul doesn't need prasadam. I mean, soul, prasadam is good, but soul does not need any food. Soul is eternal. It does not sustain by the food. Soul does not die. But we have body, so body needs food, but make sure it is under the soul dharma. Okay, let's spiritualize, then feed the body. Everybody understand that concept? So this way you can reconcile everything in life. What you see as a morality, morality is like metaphor I give. My destiny is to go to Miami. I have to drive from Alachua to Miami. Now, that's my goal. I'm going to go there. But on the road, there is a traffic light. And I have to also make sure the gas, I have enough gas to drive all the way, 6 hours. These traffic lights is called morality. Just think of like that. Stop sign, stop it. Well, I need to go to Miami. That's my goal. Why do I care about the rules, regulation of this world? No, you do. You do. Bodily rules, mental rules require. Because if I don't stop any stop sign or red light, I will not reach Miami. Maybe it will be hampered. If I'm not paying attention to the gas in the car, I may not reach Miami. So our fundamental, ultimate goal is to please Krishna, but we also need to take care of the body and the mind in that way. This is just a shorter way to explain this. I love, not as much as Prabhupada or anybody, but a lot of quotes that Einstein has is very similar to us. Can someone read this? It's a very interesting quote he gave.
We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them.
Thank you. Means, Prabhu's and Mother, to open your heart to change. Embrace Bhagavatam, embrace the devotee association, change. You will be constantly changing. Prabhupada even says it is necessary. Do not feel, okay, I'm comfortable now. No, change. Inside it, you have change. Maybe not physical change or mental change, but inside the heart, consciousness has to change constantly. And that change will be on the base of two principles. Progression means elimination and selection. You have to embrace new idea to progress, and you have to let go the old idea did not help you to progress. Because I don't have a time, but this is how you are born. You are born with a particular attachment. You have a karmanista, means you'll see. I saw even a child. I went to a children park many years back, and I was watching and trying to study the psychology of 3 modes effect on the children. There is a one Mataji, not devotee, but Kormis Park in San Diego. So one child is sitting there and mother is saying, come on, baby, we'll have a fun, play. No. Baby doesn't want to get up. Mother has to unbuckle, push the baby, come on, no. Then she has to carry the baby to the playground from the parking lot. Come on, go play. No. Within a few minutes, I still remember, another car pulled in and this baby in a stroller, and baby's like kicking the leg and the hand. Mother cannot even unbuckle. The baby wants to get out. As soon mother unbuckled, the baby ran and boom, fell. I'm thinking, wow, how is this 2 different babies? One is Tamogun predominated. One is Rajagun predominated. They're born with, it's not something new. This karmanista, gyanonista, premonista, these are coming with us. You don't have much choice. Try to learn the way to mold it, purify it, then you are done. Of course, there is a loophole in case if you are interested. Because of the time, I'm not going to. This is how you read 7th canto. Today, I don't have a time much, but you can read 7th canto, where the formula is given, how you can actually literally, you can take advantage of self-discovery. And how you do it, you learn, find your Dharma, and you have a self. Let me go to this one. Okay. You will find it. These are the 4 categories I found. I literally started that 4th chapter very thoroughly just to give you this. You can find your Dharma. You can self-discovery that what will benefit you spiritually. Because sometimes you'll feel like, I don't know what I'm doing, if it is really good. I don't know if anybody ever thought about this. Because you do not identify exactly what psychophysical nature you are born with. Sometimes you'll see the children, some children are not good at all in something. You are forcing the child to do it, but not good at all. But that's why they have a different school system even in materially. Montessori school system versus regular. In Alachua, we have our own school. We have two schools. One school is government, but all teachers are devotees and we serve prasadam. And we have our Bhaktivedanta school, where 100% pure. And we do this, we practice this, and it really works. It's required itself like 2-3 hour classes, but very nice. So maybe somebody can read it very quick. Mother Radha, would you go for it?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Finding Dharma, Srimad Bhagavatam 7.11. Yeah, find your Dharma, live your Dharma, beyond your Dharma, self-discovery. As mentioned, the journey of self-discovery on a material and spiritual level is not easy in today's day and age. With regards to finding your Swadharma, here are some useful tips. Analysis. Reflect on your qualities and character and conduct a personality test. Try to identify those things you are good at and those things you are attracted to. The overlap between those two lists are certainly integral parts of your Dharma. Ask. Draw upon the advice of friends, mentors, and coaches. We cannot always analyze ourselves in an objective way, but neutral and informed. Observers can offer greatly clarity. Attempt. Try different things. Experiment and don't be afraid to fail. Even when we attempt something and find it is completely unsuitable, it helps us to decipher, untangle what may well be suitable. We should embrace the growth.
Good. For an example, if you feel happy to chant by yourself alone, you want to hear what you are chanting, what you are actually calling out, do that. You don't need to sit down with the other devotees. But if you feel like it's not working, I feel like to sit with my mother or my brother or my best friend and chant, I feel very close more. Do that. This is necessary even in sadhana. Be introspective, how to grow and find that sacred place and go with that. Now, this is the last point. I hope you can all, maybe somebody can read that and see where you are and where you need to go.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
Yes.
I'll read it. The Lotus Flower of Vaisnava Dharma. Jaiva Dharma, Chapter 10. First, bud at time of Prahlad, blooming at time of Vedavyas Muni, developed into flower at the time of Ramanuja, Madhava, and the other Sampradaya Acharyas. Fully blossomed, fragrant flower of Prema, which attracted the hearts of all jivas at the time of Srimad Mahaprabhu. The supremely confidential essence of Vaishnava Dharma is the awakening of Prema. Srimad Prabhu created the good fortune for all jivas by distributing this Prema through the chanting of Sri Harinama. Sri Nama Kirtana is a priceless possession worthy of the highest regard. Although this truth existed in the Shastras, but no one demonstrated it practically before Srimad Mahaprabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Very good. Very good. I'll stop here. And I hope you can recognize where you are. Are you in a budding stage or blossoming little bit? Yeah, I like Krishna consciousness, 10 minutes, half an hour. Then I don't know, I go back to material. So you're not yet developed into flower. You are just about to blossom. Get some help to actually come out best of you. Each of us should really meditate how we can make best of each us. This is what Vaishnavism is. Vaishnavism is not something we are going to experience something strange will happen. We will be like all of a sudden like angels. No, you're going to discover who you are. We are not product of our situation. Do not complain whatever situation you are in, because you choose to be there. Try to purify. We are product of our decision. When difficult situation comes in our life, we sometimes feel victimized. I did that too. While the feelings of indignation are natural, sometimes, yes, inevitable. We need to use our intelligence to remember that those situations don't determine, Prabhuji and Mother, our consciousness. Will you not agree? Of course, we cannot check the kind of emotion that the situation induces, but we can check how much we indulge in those emotions. So my point is, just as physical wounds take time to heal, all the emotional wounds also do heal in due course. So to do emotional wounds take time to heal. They need to be allowed to heal. Do not complain, please. This is my request. You can do whatever you want. Krishna is with you. You have a relationship with Krishna. But my request, what works, I see that. They need to be allowed to heal. Let all your wounds heal. If you keep dwelling on feelings or resentment or helplessness, we are perpetuate and aggravate the emotional wounds, thereby hurting ourselves far more than necessary. So I'll end with here that we need to take the conscious decision, Prabhus and mothers, to redirect our thoughts, feelings, emotions towards something higher in our life. And Krishna consciousness, Bhakti Yoga, through Bhagavatam, offers us the highest and most potent object for redirecting our thoughts towards Radha Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the all-attractive Supreme Person. And when we take the decision to focus on Krishna by diligent practice of Bhakti Yoga, by chanting, we experience inner shelter and strength by which we can become purified and elevated and ultimately liberated from our situation. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. Gaur. I'm sorry, I was like almost trying to stop at 10 minutes before. Mother, Radha, do we have any minutes left or anybody has any takeaway?
Such a wonderful class. Really, you covered so well, excellent. I mean, analytically you proved, and we're very grateful that we got you today, Prabhu. Really. Amazing, amazing.
Thank you, Prabhu. Please bless me and pray for me.
You
I can advance with you all. I'll
we
pray
need your
for
blessings.
you.
Yes.
I'll pray definitely for you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. Prabhu, are you from Bengal? Bangali naki, Calcutta Manush ki apni?
I'm from Tripura.
Tripura, okay. Because I'm from Calcutta, so I was just getting some sort of connectivity.
You may be surprised. Some Indians don't know where Tripura is.
It's in Bangladesh.
It's another state, but most of the Indians don't visit if they are not from there. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, Mataji, go ahead, Mataji. Kamadik Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Next time, maybe you can give a class on Krishna Naam Dare Katabal.
Yes, I love that song. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
If I have, since you are blessing me with that, I will do that definitely. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And it is very
I still remember honoring prasadam in your house. It was so nice in Baltimore. Oh, you are the best cook.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Very, very nice. This is very wonderful, scientifically wonderful class.
Thank
you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mata.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. As always, your class is so amazing and very interactive section, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for your association.
Thank you for blessing.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, enlightening class today. We are very grateful to you and we look forward to your association again and again in the future. Let's pay our obeisance to Prabhuji.
Prasya Kripa Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah.
Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah.
Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Pran Govind Prabhuji ki jai.
Jai.
Bhakti Japa Sangha Group Bhakta Brinda ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat
Thank
pranam.
you, Prabhuji.
Thank you,
for
Radha.
such a
Thank
beautiful
you so much,
class.
Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you, Nanda
Krishna.
Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
So
Radhe.
wonderful.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, everyone.
Thank you,
Tomorrow.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
There were two hands were up.
This is the best Sangha in the whole world. This is the best Sangha, I would say. Awesome Sangha.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
All glories to Bhakti Sangha Group, Prabhuji.
I feel sad when it's getting over. It's over now, Sangha. So.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
everyone.
much, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, all the devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
East or west, Bhakta Sangha is best.
Hare Bol.
East or west. Hare Bol.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai! Bol.
It's great.
Hare Bol. Closing the call, dear devotees. Let's meet tomorrow.
Jai!
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Hare